Salutations. Welcome, respected audience, for your great seriousness, sincerity, even in this Kali Yuga, to attempt to listen to this most profound Shastras every day, which is a beautiful endeavor, in fact, that if not in today's class, in tomorrow's class or day after, it will click to us regarding what further life has to be lived. And this consistency invokes for us the Shruti Kripa, Guru Parampara Kripa, Paramatma Kripa. Really, congratulations, gratitudes. Wishes and prayers that we continue, wishes and prayers that this becomes productive for both of us. We are into study of Yoga Vaashishtha Maha Ramayanam Prathama Vairagya Prakaranam, almost only three more sargas. In the 31st sarga, yesterday we started seeing Sri Ramaji's Prashna to the Gurus. That his observation he puts in front says, staying in this very world, what is the solution for all these dilemmas, questions I have? Even today, see toward the end of this sarga, कि इनका जवाब नहीं मिला solution, तो मुझे किसी में I don't want to involve in any one of them as I was doing already. In fact, I'll stop all my bhojana, nidra, ityadi and just leave this body and die. To that extent, Rama says, Kim no rajyena Govinda kim bhogai jivitena va. The situation of Arjuna. 7 days you will be bitten by the Takshaka, the Parikshit situation. You know, this is how. Means live only to have the answer to these questions. When these questions are problems, living life is worse than dying. You understand? That type of inner jignasa tivra, mumukshata tivra is called for to listen to Guru Padesha and work on that for our own obtaining jnana and moksha. If our spirituality is one of the many activities that also very light and half-hearted, our attempts cannot be fruitful, even though from Guru and Shastra side, the knowledge giving aspect or the work is full and complete. So, the greatest knowledge the Guru should give us with utmost Shraddha, commitment, single pointedness, sincerity, we have to listen. उसके लिए ही जीना है, वो नहीं मिला तो जीना बेकार है. Therefore, हर पल उसी को साधने का प्रयत्न. That type of attitude. Let's see what's it. Om, Om, Om. Om Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Bhakti Yoga Dharma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsharushibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyah Yairime Guruvihi Purvam पदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्वसत् शास्त्राः तान्नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम् ओमापदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम्. श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं रामनामवरानने कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलं वाल्मीकिर्मुनिसिंहस्य कवितावनचारिणः शृण्वन् रामकथानादं को न याति पराङ्गतिं तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहं तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्रीगुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नताः स्मः पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्दिधीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरविकलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृतजलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्मभक्तियोगधर्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्तं ब्रह्मात्मैक्यमोदसिद्ध्यर्थं श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणेतिहासोक्त भगवद्भागवत ऋषिमुनिगुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रहानुभवप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकहैन्दव संस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां भक्ति ज्ञान योगादि मोक्ष प्रक्रियाणां पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापने कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां महानुभावानां गुरूणाम् आचार्याणां श्रेयोभिलाषिणां भक्तशिष्य साधक सेवक उपासकानाम् आश्रमाणां संस्थानां पूर्ण आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्य क्षेमस्थैर्य धैर्य वीर्यादि समस्त शक्ति संपदा सानुकूल्यता साधनानां प्राप्ति बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिवकृष्णादि समस्त मंदिराणाम् आश्रमाणां पुण्यक्षेत्राणां विश्वविद्यालयादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरंतर साधना सेवा शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापन उपासना यज्ञादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तरे स्थित समस्त शत्रूणां शाश्वतरूपेण समूल निर्मूलनार्थं विश्वे मोक्षधर्म पुरुषार्थ प्रचारेण विश्व संरक्षणाभिवृद्ध्यर्थम् अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षये नमः। योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रं प्रथम वैराग्य प्रकरणं मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः। ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शन दृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति सीकरा यस्माद् आनन्दस्याम्बरे वनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभात्यो भासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः। श्रीरामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। अथ 31 सर्गः। श्रीरामचंद्र उवाच। We have seen yesterday 6 shlokas in which the Jiva Atavi is explained by Sri Rama. Then he says, Kena yam ashu shubhodarka bhavet. Kena yam ashubha udarka na bhavet. How this samsara Jivatavi doesn't become ashubha udarka, cause for the rising of ashubha in my life. Kaha upaya? What is the upaya? Kagatihi? In which direction I have to move? Kava chinta? What should be the chintana and decision? Kaha samashraya? Whose ashraya I have to take? So whose support? What chinta? Which direction I have to move? What are the upayas? For this Jivitatavi not to become the cause of the Ashubha. Six beautiful shlokas, so many were explained in that. In this, the Ayu itself is like the drop of water hanging in the tall, high tree and the leaf in the tree on the tree. To that, the drop water is hanging. Then the prana in the sharira, vayu in the sharira is almost as if not seen only like भगवान चंद्रमा सूर्य के शिव के ऊपर चंद्रमा की तरह. देन दिस इज कि कंठत्व कोण भंगुरे, चिल्ला चिल्लाकर गला फट गया, ऑफ दोज मेंढक, that type of life. Then it is that life in which it is the snooze on the neck. What? Suhuj Sajana Sangama. And then the ashas are so much in this Jagat life, so many vasanas. Then Ugra Mihika is the Moha itself, and it is doing terrible Garjana. And in this the Mayura is doing a great dance, and that is Chanda Mayura, which is the Lobha. Then in this Anartha Kutaja Drume, this is Druma in which full are the Anartha only as the bubbles, birds that are blossoming. Then here the terrible cat is moving, who is Marjara, who is the Krutanta himself, who is nothing but the eater of all the rat like jivas. And then Ashranta Senda Sanchare, and it is the restless movement in the body of the chariot. Kutopi Uparipatani. This chariot can anywhere tumble only. In this, Kaha Upaya, Kagati, Ka Chinta, Kaha Samashraya. उपाय क्या है, गति क्या है, चिंतन क्या करे, आश्रय किसका ले, बाय विच दिस अशुभ उदर का जीविताटवी न भवेत, मीन्स जीविताटवी शुड नॉट बिकम द गिवर ऑफ द अशुभ. Continues Rama in the same language. न तदस्ति पृथिव्यां वा दिवि देवेषु वा क्वचित् सुधियः तुच्छमपि एतत् नयन्ति न रम्यताम्. So tuchamapi ramyatam nayanti nadasti sudhiyaha. So mm, mm, न तदस्ति पृथिव्याम व दिवि देश वैश्वा क्वचित. पृथ्वी में देवलोक में भी देयर इज नथिंग. व्हाट इज इट? सुधियः तुच्छमपि एतत् नयन्ति न रम्यताम. है ना? इवन दो it is tucham, but in this world itself, if Sudhi is like you, when guide in this very life, one can get the Ramyata. Definitely there is a upaya. Staying in this very world, but not doing those things by which the life becomes a dukkha yukta. On the other hand, it only gives Ramyata. So it shows what? Even though the world is, as explained, filled with so many of the shortcomings and problems, we cannot run away from this world. Where do we go? Staying in this very world, we have to find our way out, not to allow the world to create samsara in us. इसी में रहकर अब जाओगे कहाँ? यही रहना पड़ेगा. यही we have to find the answer. जाए तो जाए कहाँ, समझेगा कौन यहाँ दर्द भरे दिल की जुबा. You have to hear only. All these old cinema nagme, they are full of Vedanta, frustrated but Vedanta. So, न तदस्ति पृथिव्यां वा दिवि देवेषु वा क्वचित् सुधियः तुच्छमपि एतत् नयन्ति न रम्यताम्. Right. Then continues. Ayam hi dagdha samsarah nirandhra kalana kulah katham susvadutameti niraso mudatam vina. So, mudatam vina susvadutam katham eti. Freed from mudata, delusion. freed from the delusion, and giver of Suswaduta, a very tasty. How this world, which is right now Dagdha Samsara, then Nirandra Kalana Akula. Dagdha Samsara, the Samsara which is burning. Nirandra Kalana Akula means Akula filled with Kalana, dukkha's and miseries. Nirandra, from where there is no way to go out. रंध्र रहित दुखों का जगह, like when we are in a room where some problem suffocation is there, we try for looking for some way out. When there is no way out, it's called as nirandra. देखने में बाहर जाने का कोई रास्ता नहीं दिखने वाला और जलाने वाला, like when we are in closed enclosure, when it is getting burnt from inside, we look for a way out. आजकल देखते हैं ना, the other day we saw some place, बस या कोई था वो, हाँ, जल रहा था बेचारा, उनको सारे खिड़कियां बंद थे, बाहर आने को समय नहीं था, जगह नहीं था, दे डाइड ओनली. दिस इज द मीनिंग ऑफ दग्ध संसारः नीरंध्र कलना आकुला. It is burning and we have to come out. There is no hole or way out or the exit in this world. And nirasaha, this is rasarahita dukkha giver. Dagda samsaraha nirandra kalnakulaha nirasaha. I am samsaraha. Katham Budatam vina suswadutam eti. Means what? What is that? Knowledge by which not only I am not getting deluded to enter and suffer in it, same time staying here itself, it is giving me the suswaduta, the ananda, the taste, ramyata. Isn't it? Every relation in this world, every interaction in this world can be had in two ways. One, it can be a hell like samsara in which we can get burnt. And also, we have a way that with right understanding, freed from delusion, we can make it a suswadutam. Swadu swadu. Mhm. In a simple language, if we put same world where we are living, if we live with swartha, ahankara, and all durgunas, ajnana, it is a cause of dahanam, scorching, burning effect on us, giving us nirasata dukkha. But the same world, when it is taken as expression of the Lord, just keep on loving it, serving, living with the attitude is that I am here to give, not to take. Then we are in the suswaduta in this very world, in every relation. मैं देने के लिए हूँ, लेने के लिए नहीं. Today I was watching the entire episode of interview after the exit polls. बढ़िया था that 40 minutes. Very good questions asked, very nicely answered by Prime Minister. मन की बात तो नहीं है ना आज, तो ये वाला, it was good. Some of them were so powerful thoughts, very highly elating. My every second is for the country and I do not waste it. When I say my every second is for country, not just like that. Oh, fruitful होना है. In that way, I contemplate and think, work for my nation. Very good. Even to dare to stand on the stage like that without prepared regarding what questions will be asked, having faith in the questioner, and thousands of audience were seated there. It was really daring, challenging thing. क्या हिम्मत समझदारी अंदर से होना है. All of that is only from one source, that I am servant of this Bharat Mata, whether it is Prime Minister post or any place. That gives the himmat रे बाबा. Oh, आज realize हुआ. The ताकत of सत्यता, the ताकत of निरहंकारता, the ताकत of प्रेम भक्ति वर्देश, the ताकत of सेवा भाव. Really wonderful it was. सुन लो आप लोग, if you have not heard. Very inspiring. So, no more dukkha giving, dahana giving should be the samsara. On the other hand, it should give me suswadutam. इसका अर्थ क्या हुआ जो अभी बता रहे, वी कांट गो एनीवेयर फ्रॉम दिस वर्ल्ड, स्टेइंग हियर ओनली वी हैव टू फाइंड सॉल्यूशन. By running away, we are not escaping the problem. Like Puja Gurudev says, and this is what the essence of Krishna's teachings to Arjuna. If you run away from the world or problem, the problem will chase you and crush you down. So if you run away from these battle, do you think this Duryodhana they will leave you? In the Ajnatavasa, how much they tried, chased you, finished. They won't leave you. They will finish you. You face it. When you run away from problem's strength becomes tenfold. When you face it, it becomes half. When you chase yourself, it gets reduced. And with for all the heavily loaded problems depicted by Rama, only two, three things. Correctly understand the world and upadhis, their nature, accept it, and correctly see the substratum and identify with it. Problem looks to be unsurmountable big only when you focus on problem. But just go to the solution. Sometimes it is miraculously very small, easily practical solution, practicable solution. मजेदार बात. कंटिन्यू. आशा प्रतिविपाकेन क्षीरस्नानेन रम्यताम उपैति पुष्पशुभ्रेण मधुनेव वसुंधरा. See, madhuna iva vasundhara pushpashubhrena bhavati. Madhuna means in that Madhumasa, in the Vasanta Rutu, Vasundhara, the Prithvi, is seen so beautiful with the Shubhrata of all the Pushpas, means well blossomed flowers give the beauty to Bhumata. When that Bhumata is, drenched in the Madhumasa season. Okay, in the same way, Asha Prati Vipaken. Asha Prati. Asha means desires. Asha Prati Vipaka, opposite of desire. What is the opposite of desire? Only one thing, contentment. And that contentment is called Shirasnanena. I know, maybe I don't know why it's used here. You know, scorched in the heat of something, taken the milk bath, you may become cool. So the Asha is the Agni burning us. Trupti is the Kshira Snanam, which cools us down. As if Rama himself is giving an answer here. In this world, when we are contented, wherever we are, not looking out for anything with asantrapti from inside, we are as cool as the Chandrama, as cool as taken bath with a Kshira. See, Kshira Snanena Ramyatam Upaiti. The Ramyata, the Ramaniyata, the Shanti, the Sukha will come with a Kshirasnana. What is Kshirasnana? Here, Asha Prativipakena. Just give up all the ashas. See, ashas are like the dirt of the body and mind. Dirt of body and mind is removed by this snanam. So here the special snanam. The special snanam is of milk. And milk is trupti. So तृप्ति रूपी दूध से अपने आप को नहलाते हुए आशा रूपी मैल से जो दग्धता burning or itching anything happening get freed from that. So क्षीरस्नानेन रम्यतामुपैति आशा प्रतिनिपाकेन क्षीरस्नानेन रम्यतामुपैति. Example is what? Pushpa Shubrena Madhuna Iva Vasundhara. Like the Vasundhara Bhumata, Pushpa Shubra means with the Shubra Pushpas. Madhuna means because of the Madhumas. Madhumadhavi Masa, Madhumasa. In that way. Then Apamrushtamalodeti Kshalanenamrutadyutihi Manaschandramasahakena Tena Kama Kalankitat. See, beautiful, na? Mm-hmm. Excellent, no? कि Kama kalankitat. Uh, uh, the mind which is kalankita, totally spoiled because of the kamana. So manah chandramasaha. My mind named moon is kalankita with the kamanas. Then kshalanena kena. By what washing of it? These two things happen to my mana named Chandrama. One, Apamrushtamala, all the mala is removed, then Amruta Dyutihi. As Kantimayi, bright as the Amruta. So Chandrama is Dyuti Yukta, Chandrama is Amruta Yukta. But Chandrama has got the mala, let us say, of the Rahu during the Grahana Kala or maybe the clouds. When the cloud is removed, the blockade is gone, the Amrutamaya Chandra Rashmi will come and touch us. In the same way, Manaschandramasaha Kamakalangitat Manaschandramasaha Kena Kshalanena Apavrushtamala Amrutadyutihi Udeti. Very poetic way of saying. The simple point is what? What is that jnanam by which the dirt of the ajnanam goes away? Then the Atmanumoti, which is the giver of Amrutatva, comes to me. अमृतमय आनंद देने वाला आत्मानुभूति कौन से ज्ञान से आएगा? जो मेरे मन के ऊपर जो अज्ञान रूपी मैल को हटाएगा. सो अपमृष्ट मला, अपमर्शन मीन्स रिमूवल, mala of the dirt on my chandrama, because of which in my mana the amruta dyuti, the bliss and happiness is covered. So kena upayena kshalanena, what is that kshalana upaya? What is the technique of washing my mind, freeing it from the dirt, allowing it to express the Amruta and Dyuti? Dyuti is the Jnanam, Amruta is the Anandam of the Atmavastu. Wow, very poetic. Vedantic thought, understandable, but the way poetically Rama puts. Apamrushtamala udeti kshalanena amrutadyutihi manaschandramasah kena tena kama kalankitat. The kalanka is kamana. कामना के आई टोल्ड यू वन डे इस तरफ होते हैं कर्म, कर्मफल, भोग. इस तरफ होते हैं बिकॉज ऑफ कामना इज बैक्ड बाय द वासना एंड बैक्ड बाय द अविद्या. अविद्या, वासना, काम, कर्म, फल, then again it is becoming vasana. Avidya remaining intact. Because we are not going towards the vidya, because we are busy in this cycle of vasana, kamana, karma, phala. Vasana, kamana, karma, phala. Phala means phala bhoga. Phala आएगा, फल का भोग करने से वासना. In this chakra only we are there. Therefore, when it is said kama kalankita means my mind is in that kama purushartha, that is a kalanka of the mind. What is that? Kshadana paddhati, the washing method by which the kalanka, the impurity of my mind called kamana, goes away. Then I become apamrushtamala, freed from my mala. My mind becomes freed from the mala. From where? Amruta dyutihi. The kanti of the immortality or immortal self is revealed to me. Kena kshalanena. How to wash away the kamadi vikara of the mana so that I become anandamaya, dyutimaya, amrutamaya. मन चंद्रमा है, काम is kalankita, because of which there is only dukkha. What is the washing technique by which this mala is removed so that amrita dyuti is experienced? The immortality, the jnana swarupa immortality. That's it. Then drushta samsara gatina drushta drushta vinashina केनेव व्यवहर्तव्यम संसार वनवीथिषु. Samsara is a vana, and in that the viti, the streets are there. केन इव व्यवहर्तव्यम. See, drushta samsara gatina, drushta drushta vinashina. Who is that Mahatma? Whom by following I am freed from samsara. Whom I have to literally follow. Kena iva व्यवहर्तव्यम. Kena किनके इवा तरह व्यवहर्तव्यम व्यवहार करूं मैं in this samsara vanavidisha, in these streets of the samsara jungle, yet not troubled by him, not troubled by that samsara. Whom I have to follow. And who is he? He is Drushta Samsara Gatina, who has understood the entire Gati of the Samsara. And what is the Samsara Gati? Drushta Adrushta Vinashina. By the time you see it, you think it is there. It just disappears from your vision and which destroys us when we run behind it. दृष्ट दिखकर पकड़ने के समय अदृष्ट होकर इस प्रयत्न में हमको विनाश करने वाला इस संसार गति को समझकर इस संसार में रहते हुए अपने आप को बचाने वाला कौन महात्मा है जिनको मैं फॉलो करूं, जिनकी तरह मैं जीऊं. सो एन एग्जाम्पल इज आस्किंग टू लाइक होम हैव टू लिव एंड ही इज व्हाट दुष्ट दृष्ट संसार गति देन दृष्टा दृष्ट विनाशिनी. Understandable? Dushta samsara gatina, dushta dushta vinashina, kena iva vyavahartavyam samsara vanavitishu. So we have to find somebody as an example who is very much in this world and yet not touched by, troubled by, bound by the world. So we should have the Siddhanta Jnanam, we should have somebody as an ideal to continuously inspire us, even nothing wrong if we take the upaya which he is practicing, for us to be protected in the very world by not becoming dukkhi samsari. These are all very sublime questions. I'm telling you almost every second or third day. The language used, the examples taken, the passive way, indirect way, the thoughts that are contained here. Make it a heavy exercise for the student of this text to understand this. That's why nobody dares to touch this one. Even they touch some few important sargas here and there, where some steps of realization are given. You know the sapta bhumikas, dasha bhumika, इसमें ऐसे बहुत होंगे. Yoga Vashti Maharamayanas, the 7 steps of realization are very famous. I don't remember, that topic will come inside, decide. Vichara, Tanumanasa, then Asamsakti, Padartha Bhavani, Turiyaga, विचार तनुमानस ऐसे 7 steps आर देयर. 5 I remembered, दो भी याद नहीं, पता नहीं कहीं होगा. Then the whole yoga Vaashishtha Guru's teachings will depend on these 2 aspects as we study. What is that? Vasanakshaya Manonasha is the only way moksha. How many times Vaashishtha is going to tell about these things to us? People take up those few topics and they talk. But like we are doing every श्लोक पढ़ने का कोई पागल ही कोशिश करता है. Isn't it? That's why intelligent people don't attend this class. They go to some Mahatma's classes, which are very interesting, entertaining, and they promise as if इतना कर लो तुमको मोक्ष मिल जाएगा. हमारा तो ऐसा नहीं होता. हमें तो पूरा शास्त्र पढ़ो, समझो, then purify yourself, dedicate your lives together for meditation, then the realization will come. That way we tell. We can't tell in that way. झूठे promise तुम नहीं करेंगे ना. जो है सो है. So we go through it. So केन दुष्टान संसारगतिना दुष्टा दुष्ट विनाशिना केन इव व्यवहर्तव्यम. किसके तरह मुझे व्यवहार करने से इस संसार वनवित में रहते हुए भी मुझे दुख दाह नहीं होगा. And that person is Drushta Samsara Gati. He has understood the entire world exhaustively. And what is the world to be understood? Drushta Adrushta Vinashini. The two meanings of it is what? You have seen drushta. The moment you approach it is adrushta. You run behind it, you are vinasha. Other meaning dushta means here world, this world. Adrushta is the next world. Vinashini means both of them are perishable only. That is the samsara gati. Samsara mein what we have here, all that perishes. What we imagine we are going to get hereafter. Having done lot of upasana punya here, that also vinashi only. It will come, but it will end also. When you do lot of punya, definitely we go to स्वर्ग. बस वो खत्म हो जाती है बस इतनी बात. Knowing these two, that Mahatma must be not pursuing these two. He must be pursuing, reaching and living in that experience which is not Vinashi, which is eternal. Show me who is that Mahatma and what is the way he is living so that I can copy. केन इव व्यवहारतव्यम, किन की तरह व्यवहार करना पड़ चाहिए बताइएगा. है ना, एक एक श्लोक वर्दी ऑफ कॉन्शियसली पॉन्डरिंग, इजंट इट. मैं तो कहता हूँ भगवान कम से कम 10 जन्म के बाद एटलीस्ट मेक मी परिपक्व टू प्रॉपरली स्टडी योगा वासिष्ठ रामायण and digest every shloka and live that, not only like a bhakta. बकना बोलते हैं ना वक्ता, लेकिन पंजाब में आई वेंट फर्स्ट टाइम, ये स्वामी जी बहुत बढ़िया बकता है, दे टोल्ड मी बबई और अवेदा. वहाँ नहीं बोल सकते, बा बोलेंगे वो लोग. रियली इट इज ट्रू, वी आर सो मेनी इयर्स ओनली बकना ही है हमारा साधना किधर है. डीपली अंडरस्टैंडिंग एंड डूइंग साधना. ओ लॉर्ड ब्लेस. Such a beautiful text it is. Ah, you know, to see the true beauty of something, we have to have ability to see it also, and then heart to receive it or accept it. Yoga Vasishtha is beautiful text. Next, Ragadvesha Maharoga Bhoga Puga Vibhutayah Katam Jantum na badhante Samsara Arnavacharinam. देखा, जंतुम कथम जंतु नवादंते संसार अर्णव चारिणम. संसार अर्णव चारी, संसार नामक समुद्र में ही रहने वाले मनुष्य रूपी जंतु को, मनुष्य जो है कथम न बाधनते, ये चीजें कैसे नहीं बाधा करेंगे, वो उपाय बताओ. कौन से चीजें? राग द्वेष महारोगा भोग पूगा विभूतया. द टेरिबल डिसीजेस ऑफ राग द्वेष, then the variety of desires and objects of bhoga pogaha, the serpents. So the serpents of vishayas, then the diseases of raga dveshas. When we have the vishaya vancha, naturally raga dvesha come. So raga dvesha maharoga is almost mrityu. Mrityu is poison. Poison is because the snake has bitten. The desire named snake, when it bites us, the raga dvesha called poison enters us and we get died. And in this world, when we are seeing the objects, naturally we become desire for it. Then there are people who help us in getting the objects. We have the raga for them. Those who don't help us, they are obstructing. We get the desha for them. Then the vishayas are the serpents जिन्होंने हमको डसा, इसलिए राग द्वेष रूपी विष हमारे अंदर आ गया. What is in samsara other than dying? So the jantus, you and I, staying in the same samsara samudra, yet not bitten by the snake of the vibhuti, that is desires. Therefore, not troubled by the maharoga of the ragadvesh. Maharoga is a technical word. In those days of less of medicine developed, some diseases called as बड़ा रोग, वो आ गया तो मतलब मर ही गया फिर उसका, he will not come back. Technically they used to use this word. I've heard it many a times. Many in our Telugu language called as पेद्दा रोगम, मतलब महारोग. क्या हो गया परदादा को? महारोग आ गए, मर गए. महारोग, some terrible thing. They only call it महारोग. और कैंसर है या सम ऑफ द इनर थिंग दे डोंट नो बट कॉल, कभी कभी बड़ा बड़ा वो इतना वो होता है, फुंसी उनसी, वही पॉइजन होकर मार देता है. सो राग द्वेष महारोगा भोग भोगा विमूतय संसारार्णवचारिणम जंतुम कथम न बाधन्ते. How this Jantu, you and I, living in the same samsara, is not bitten by the bhoga puga of vibhuti, means the desire, and therefore not percolated by the poison of ragadvesh. And then when that poison goes to Maharoga, Maharoga is mrityu only. No? मतलब क्या हुआ, anybody who is having in this mind raga dvesha, that's a poison. That person is dead only, almost going to die. Because life living is only when we live with happiness. The real happiness is only in Atma Jnana. So Atma Jnana is not there, therefore the true happiness is not there, therefore life is not worthy. Why? When a person is endowed with the raga dvesha in his mind, his face and mind are always worried, disturbed, dejected only. He cannot be happy with anything. हंस भी नहीं सकता हो. Even if joins 10 laughing clubs the whole day. सी दिस श्लोकास आर सो सबलाइम. इतना दिमाग चलाना पड़ता है इसके अंदर का मीनिंग और इसका ऊपर के श्लोकों से कनेक्शन. भगवान राम इज नॉट ए ऑर्डिनरी, नॉट लाइक कृष्णा, सिंपली इज दी इज गिवन गीता ज्ञानम. कोई डिफिकल्टी नहीं. उद्धव जी को जो दिया वो भी नॉट मच डिफिकल्ट, बट इज बोथ रामायणास अध्यात्म एंड योग वासिष्ठ, वेरी सटल हेवी. सो संसारार्णवचारिणम जंतुम विभूतयः भोगभोगाः महारोगाः रागद्वेषाः कथम न बाधन्ते. Means what is the upaya by which is not troubled by the biting of the snake of these bhogas, and therefore not endowed with the poison and big disease of ragadvesha. So by this only what is said, the desire and ragadvesha, these are this biting of the snake and poison in our life which makes us suffer in this world. In the question of Rama itself, there is answer. But the semi answer it is. Why? Because these raga, dveshas, kamanas can never end unless our mind is tuned to something higher and greater and nobler and diviner. Like at this very moment in your mind, where is raga, dvesha? Where is vishaya, kamana? When I remind you, you remember it. Otherwise, forgotten. Why? You are attending in your mind and intellect to understand through this some jnanam. तो कोई ऊंचे लक्ष्य परमात्मा रूपी अल्टीमेट लगाकर उनके पर जब जाते हैं तभी जाकर वी आर फ्रीड फ्रॉम दिस राग द्वेष विष बिकॉज ऑफ द पॉइजन ऑफ कामना. Rama ji is wanting to know it from the Guru. He is telling the disease. He knows the medicine also, but he wants the medicine to be told by the doctors called as the Gurus. वो अवतार होते हुए भी गुरुओं का जो पोजिशन है विद्या देकर शिष्यों का अविद्या और संसार को दूर करना, he is keeping that intact. Not only when I don't come as avatara, even when I come as avatara also, Guru alone is the one to be approached for getting the Atma Jnana, and pursuing that Atma Jnana, we get freed from the poison of desire, poison of, no, snake of desire, its biting, and poison of ragadvesha. So ragadvesha maharogaha bhoga bhoga vibhutayah kena jantum na badante samsararnavacharina. So in this same world you have to be, but not touched by the poison of ragadvesha caused by this snake biting of desire. सब जगह आत्मा को देखो. दैट्स द मीनिंग ऑफ यस्मिन् सर्वाणि भूतानि आत्मैव भूति जानतः तत्र को मोह कशोकः एकत्वम् अनुपश्यतः. In the same way, tato na vijugupsate. They are all very powerful quotes. If I tell them, then I become responsible to explain them to you. It takes time then. आत्मानं चेद विजानीयात् अयमस्मि पुरुषः किमिच्छन् कस्य वा हेतोः देहं पुष्णाति तत्त्ववित् और किमिच्छन् कस्य कामाय शरीरमनुसञ्ज्वरेत्. This means when one is pursuing and realizing the infinite blissful self. In the realization of which all the concepts of projected imaginary Stula Sukshma Karana Shariras themselves dissolve. It is because of this Stula Sukshma Karana Shariras that there are so many of Kamana and desire to fulfill which we are struggling in this world. That's the meaning of Kimichan Kasya Kamaya Sharira Manushanjaret Atmanam Chet Vijaniyat Ayam Asmi Iti Purushaha. When he recognizes the self to be his own self, he is no more the Upadistha. Upadistha Jiva alone has got Kamanas, and that's what bites him. And that biting is the poison of Ragadvesha with which death is sure. It is Maharoga. He is living death only a person with Ragadvesha. रागद्वेष काम क्रोध ईर्ष्या ये सारे ऐड कर लो दो बताए मतलब बाकी सब वन मोर श्लोक विषय कि कथंच धीरवर्याग्नौ पततापि न दह्यते पावके पारदेनेव रसेन रसशालिन एग्जाम्पल इज पारदेनेव रसेन रसशालिना पारदेनेव रसेन पावके the parada means the padar rasa parad कहते हैं. It is such a slippery item, yet when it falls in the agni, it's maybe the boiling point or melting point may be very big, it is not burnt. In the same way, how the human beings, though are fallen in the samsara agni, yet they are not getting burnt. संसार अग्नि में गिरकर भी नहीं जले. ऐसा क्या उपाय है जैसे पारद अग्नि में गिरकर भी नहीं जलता. देखो हनुमान जी पूछ प्रहलाद जी was also tried to be burnt by that होलिका माता सीता प्रवेश करती है अग्नि में. They are not burnt. Examples. In the same way, staying in the samsara agni yet not burnt by it. What is the insulator? What is that fireproof thing which we have to have around us? Samsara agni is all remember Kamagni, Krodhagni, Lobhagni, Mohagni, Madagni, Vasarya. These Durgunas are called as Agni only. वो जला देते हो. तो हियर कामा अग्नि का कारण क्या है. ऑल द वर्ल्ड इज टेकन एज एन ऑब्जेक्ट्स ऑफ एंजॉयमेंट. Immediately in the mind, Kama Agni comes. Bas, we have become a moth to get burnt in that. So the world of objects will ever remain the same. To see the enjoyability in them and desire, create desire Agni and get burnt in that, or to see that as our own self and burning in that knowledge. The Kamana along with the source of root of it called as the mind. मन सहित कामना को ज्ञान अग्नि में जलाओगे या मन सहित इस विषयों के प्रति कामना अग्नि में खुद जल जाओगे. ज्ञानाग्नि में बर्न द कामना और कामाग्नि में खुद को जला डालो. ज्ञानाग्नि दग्ध कर्माणम. इन गीता ना कामना इज कॉल्ड काम रूपेण कौंतेय दुष्पूरेण अनलेन. This is Dushpura Anala, the never ending fire, never saying enough. Is the fire that is called Anala. Alam nahi kehte ho. Alam is enough. Anala is not enough. The Agni, Kama Agni, कभी भी enough है नहीं कहती हो. It's like Agni. अग्नि में कुछ भी डालो बस बस नहीं बोलते और डाल और डाल. Here is a rahasya, to go on adding to the Agni objects. It goes on blazing. Stop adding. Slowly, slowly. Same way, the more we fulfill the desires, Kama Agni goes on growing. Stop fulfilling, though it takes some time, but all desire wali Agni chup ho jati. Because you are not adding fuel to it. Fulfilling desires is adding fuel to fire. न जातु कामः कामानाम् उपभोगेन शाम्यति हविषा कृष्णवर्त्मैव भूयैवाभिवर्धते. ययाति महाराज. So, kathancha dhiravarya agnav patita api nadahyate. Even this terrible fire, even fallen, is not burnt. What is the way? Example, pavake paradena iva rasena rasashalina. You know, that padar rasa, which has some chemical, some item in it. When you put it in the fire, it will not burn. Hmm. Many things. If it's not exposed to that boiling, melting point, it won't burn. Anyway, examples came to my mind, but not so healthy, so I'm not taking it. Now, yasmat kila jagatyasmin vyavahara kriyam vina nastiti sambhavatyabdho patitasya jalayatha. Na? Means what? Very interesting thing. Ki in this jagati, yasmat jagati asmin kila vyavahara kriyam vina nastiti. We have to be in this very world only. When we are in this world, we cannot be without vyavahara. Just like when we fall in the samudra, the water will touch us only. Example is that. तो यहाँ है तो व्यवहार करना पड़ता है. But that व्यवहार should not become samsara. What is the way? So therefore, चार चीजें क्या हो गए? First, we can't be anywhere going. We have to be in this very world. Second, when we are in this very world, we cannot avoid the vyavahara. Third one, if the immaturities are there in us, ignorances and all, the vyavahara becomes samsara agni, samsara samudra, samsara visha, whatever you call to destroy us. Fourth, therefore, what is the upaya? Wherein we are in this very world vyavahara, yet this vyavahara is not becoming the agni to burn us, the samudra to drown us, the poison to kill us. What is that upaya? What is that tarika? What is the agni? है ना? Like in this very world, hot stone, land or marble, you are walking, but it is not burning you because you have upaya that you are wearing a shoe. The electrician works with the live wire, but he has got the insulating gloves. And then the doctors operate infected parts of the body of the patient, but he has got all his protecting things. Hmm. We are in the house, well protected from the rains and winds and this world सर्दी and all the गर्मी. तो है तो उसी में, लेकिन अपने आप को बचा रहे. उपाय हो रहा है कि नहीं? इसी तरह staying in this very samsara, yet not allowing it to become the drowning ocean, killing poison, burning fire. That what is the upaya by which? Please teach us. क्योंकि ना इस संसार में दुखी होकर आत्महत्या करना इजी है. That's never a solution. Or getting entangled by the kamanas and raga dvesha poison also is done by everyone, and it is troubling. It gives a little pleasures but more suffering. Looks to be easier. But the real thing to be sought, even though it is difficult, is to know the upaya. इधर ही हूं मैं, इन्हीं लोगों के साथ हूं. Remember, wherever we go, there we are, with all our ignorances to create problems to us. Therefore, nowhere to go. Here only we have to change ourselves, within ourselves. How? Replace the ignorance by jnana. That whole jnana will be given to us in that 30,000 shlokas. सुनते जाओ पूरा हमारा अगले 3 साल ये वाला समय शाम को only will be spent in studying yoga vasishtha through that the jnanam. We have decided 2024 हो गया, ये 27 तक चलेगा या 28 तक, अगले मतदान तक चलेगा तो चलने दो. I have no hurry. I'm not planning anything else. You have seen Bhagavatam, Gita anyway, I'm doing it, will do again. Upanishad, some going on. रामायण नारायण देन ब्रह्म सूत्र थोड़ा टच करेंगे. Adhyatma Ramayana, Valmiki Ramayana, Tulsi Ramayana, all are over. Prakarana Granthas, anyway, we are doing a Adi Shankara. Some other Prakaranas like Ashtavakra Gita or Naishkarma Siddhya Chitsuki. Sometime we'll do the Rupa Gita or this one, the Tripura Rahasyam. Yeah, Devi is what do you call? uh, महात्म्यम और दैट ग्लोरियस टेक्स्ट ऑफ दुर्गा सप्तशती, ये सब तो होंगे ही, बट मेन वाला ये बड़ा वाला ग्रंथ. सो सूत संहिता, महाभारत, योग वासिष्ठ आर इन माई टारगेट अलॉन्ग विथ ऑल अदर थिंग्स. बढ़िया है ना पैकेज हमारा. सुबह उपनिषद अभी है, श्वेताश्वर, चांदोग्य, बृहदारण्यक का, कैवल्य, ब्रह्म, 2-3 साल का पैकेज. योग दर्शन हो जाएगा. एट दैट टाइम पे स्टार्ट समथिंग नारद सूत्र करेंगे, नहीं तो छोड़ दो, कोई नहीं. Then evening, Yoga will go for 3-4 years. Then Shankara Granthavali go for 2-3 years. Anandam, अभी relaxed, fix हो गया mind. बाकी तो we are not standing for elections. We are not called by anyone for any busy work. We are not required. We are useless. Everybody knows. For any other purpose. मौजा ही मौजा. दो चीजें हमें करना है. उतरो पूरा ज्ञान में और अलो द ज्ञान टू उतरो in the heart. Let us enter into the jnana. Let allow the jnana to enter us. Tattva jnana, Shastra jnana. Let us compel the gurus with our Shraddha, with our simplicity, with our innocence, with our sincerity, with our regularity, that they give us that intuitive power to understand the sublime meanings in these mantras and shlokas and chapters, along with the practical tips and the inspiration and strength to practice. होगा, जरूर होगा, मेरे को तो पता है. तब right now we see ourselves most pathetic, non-encouraging situation. We are in that state, filled with Rajogun, Tamogun, Nidradi, Durguna, Samsara. But when we study the Shastras and see the great our Gurus, there's a not only a ray of hope, there's a flood of the light of hope that they will bless us. And the connection is what? Being regular in our study. Desire to do the sadhana. Prayers to do sadhana. Oh Lord, bless me to do the sadhana. बिना कोई साधना का फल मत देना मुझे, क्योंकि वो फल होता ही नहीं. साधना कराओ मेरे से, करना मुझे ही, आई नो, बट गिव इन द एबिलिटी, गिव द मेच्योरिटी, गिव द स्ट्रेंथ. विद दिस प्रेयर्स रिलेंटलेस व्हेन वी बिकम, डेफिनेटली ऑल द बंद अकल के दरवाजे खुलेंगे. फिर अंदर का जो ज्ञान का तिजोरी निकलेगा. फिर मौजा ही मौजा. ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. थैंक यू फॉर द डे. ओम नमो नारायण. ओम न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चंद्र तारकं नेमा विद्युतो भान्ति कुतो तमेव भान्तमनुभाति सर्वं तस्य भासा. नारायणाय विद्महे दासो ब्रह्मादि. ओ श्याम रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. बोल श्री रामायण योग रामायण शास्त्र की जय. श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि आदि ब्रह्म विद्याचार्य की जय. बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय. सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. आज की आनंद की जय. नम पार्वती पदे हर हर महादेव हर. सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंदा गोविंद. जानकी जीवन स्मृति राम राम. हमें हमें श्री आदिवराशक्ति ललिता माता की जय. समस्त श्रोता भक्त से उपासक ज्ञान धर्म संस्थापक मुमुक्ष मुक्त गण की जय. भारत माता की जय. सनातन धर्म की जय. वैदिक हैंदव संस्कृति की जय. आध्यात्मिक जीवन विधान की जय. Lord, please bless us with the inspiration to study the Shastra regularly, sincerely. Give us strength also, utsaha also for us. May we not feel this study heavy. May we have that liking for it, utsaha for it. Not only this, all other Shastras. And there should be utsaha for the jivana, for the adhyatmika yukta jivana, adhyatmik sadhana yukta jivana. Let all obstacles of prarabdhas, vasanas, ignorances, misunderstandings, the temptations, the projections, all of them please remove. Make our path so clear that we are enjoying the journey. We are enjoying the journey, we enjoy the destination. हमारा ये सफर सुहाना हो जाए, आध्यात्मिक जीवन. हे प्रभो ब्लेस. दैट्स इट. इवन इफ यू आर नॉट क्वालिफाइड, मेक अस क्वालिफाइड एंड ब्लेस. थैंक यू. आज इतना काफी. कम इन 5 minutes.